Thank you very much, Mr. Madden, for the invitation of saying a few words. So my name is Benoît Sauvage, and I work here at the delegation of the European Union, and I've been here for 5 years almost now. And I've been a witness of this, I would say, one M2M journey in India. I was privileged already to take the same role as I'm taking now here in 2019 in Hyderabad for the Stakeholder Day for 1M2M. And so I can see that I've seen the evolution comparing what I saw then and what I've witnessed today. And I would definitely share your view that it was an extremely good day with a lot of interaction, but also a lot of interaction not only within India, but also with experience from abroad. And that was very much the idea of this project, which has been funded by the European Union, this EU-India cooperation on ICT standardization. This project was not only about 1M2M or Internet of Things, and for those who are interested, you may hear more in the next session. But I would like just to share a bit of my perception of what this project helped or enabled and what could be the future for a collaboration in the same way. This project was very much around a cooperation between standard developing organizations, the European one, ETSI, and TSDSI here. Again, it was not only about Internet of Things, but 1M2M was from the beginning a priority which had been defined. I don't think that India was part of the founding partners of the 1M2M in 2012. There were a lot of international organizations. I'm not even sure whether TSDSI existed or was just nascent at that stage, but at a very early stage. And the idea was to bring and to enable TSDSI to fully participate in this standardization. And the fact that we had this project allowing and enabling this coordination, this dialogue was definitely helpful. The project brought further elements, and I would say that the project was an enabler around several blocks that were identified. The need to develop awareness at the research level. And I do remember conferences organized at CDOT and by CDOT on 1M2M, for instance. Awareness at universities, and we heard IIIT Hyderabad mentioning the experience on workshops that were organized thanks to the project, or hackathons, which led to the development to online courses. Or also awareness with policymakers, and the fact that we could involve TEC, Department of Telecom, and different branches was also helped through the project. So this was very much focused here in the Indian ecosystem, but the project also helped because that was an EU-India project. So it was not only bringing European expertise or European knowledge and share it here, but that was also bringing Indian stakeholders to Europe and to have this exchange. And to have exchange on the global environment, so not only on the technicity of 1M2M, but to see the realization, so bringing, for instance, Indian experts to visit European centers, either development centers, research centers, but also smart cities where 1M2M was used, such as Bordeaux, for instance, where it was used. Enabling, the project was also working, and I was very pleased to see that it has been achieved through IIIT Hyderabad, enabling the coordination and the compatible interface between 1M2M and the Indian platform for the smart city mission, the IUDX, something that we have been trying and that we've been pushing the project. Even if it was not realized by the project, I think nudging, and it's been an achievement, which is also, I think, a major point that will help the uptake of 1M2M. there is much more to be done. I think we've arrived at a point where 1M2M is able to demonstrate here that it is a solution in India, not only because it has been adopted as a national standard, and again, it may not be the direct effect of the project, but definitely the project was nudging and pushing, helping the environment to understand the way it works and the value of it. The value of it to define a solution which is bringing security, interoperability, and also simplicity of use. We've heard today that it's not the end of the journey and that there is still a lot of work which is being done for standardization and developing. But I think, and I would like to finish with that, I think that there is also a need to go beyond the standardization and the technical aspect to work more on the adoption of the standard. And for the adoption, I think it's of course by its own features, benefits, the fact that it is a standard, a national standard, but I think we need more there. And I was very impressed by the comment from Neeraj from the industry here in VAS, talking about the name itself, 1M2M, which struck him. And I think what was interesting is that we need also to understand that this 1M2M is not the only solution, and it has to defend within the range of solution. And of course, there are arguments, but these arguments need to be put forward so that the industry is going to take it. And I think we need two elements, some elements of push and pull, meaning that some elements of marketing the 1M2M to the industry for its adoption, but also maybe marketing to the people who are going to procure the solutions, particularly in smart cities, for instance, on the fact that in the procurement requirement, 1M2M should be or would be included because it's a solution which has been not only vetted by India as a national standard, but also because it makes sense and it brings this element of interoperability, security, and also simplicity of use. So I'm very happy to see where we've reached at this stage, and I see also plenty of opportunities, and I heard also a number of offers and further work on testing, certification, developing further standards. So even if the project itself is going to end at the end of the month, I would definitely see value for us, for the EU, to continue collaborating with India in trying to develop further and ensure the success of 1M2M, not only in India, but in the world. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Benoit, for that very, very comprehensive overview of the way the project has contributed to 1M2M. And with that, we come to the end of the 1M2M stakeholders workshop today. Thank you very much for joining us in the workshop, both in person and online. We will now break for a small tea break, a coffee break. But before that, the customary photograph. I'll request everybody, all the participants, to please come forward and pose here for a photograph as a memory of the workshop. Thank you.